basic guide to using Google Maps. The mouse will show what I'm doing. I'm going to use London. It's got a lot of map features. You might look slightly different on your map depending on what you search for. If you look for pubs, you're going to find lots of pubs. If you're going to find shops, it will come up with shops. There are highlighted places. Just hovering over it will bring these up. Most places just give you a basic information layout though. So if you go for satellite view, bottom left, just click on it. You can zoom in and out. I'll cover that in a second. There are other options available. Most useful in here, I think, is the public tube network. It also shows trams if you've got a place that's got tram network. You can use other bits and pieces. Bottom right, you've got a pop-up and it shows places in photographic kind of detail and points out where they are if you just hover over them. Standard map view is by far and away the clearest view that you're going to need. Click and hold to drag it left and right, up and down. And this is the left mouse button, by the way, as you can see in the top right hand corner. And to drag, it's the same. Just click, hold, drag it over, let go, do it again. On your mouse wheel, you can zoom in and out. Zoomed in, you get loads of detail, house or place numbers, road direction or traffic movement. But as you can tell, things are not quite as they should be sometimes. On satellite view, you can see street markings. If you click on a location, it will bring up a tab on the left, and there's in links and other photographic information, busy times of day, all sorts of bits of information are in there. Sometimes the information available to you is official, and sometimes it's not. It can be posted up by anybody, I think. So Street View, hover over the little person, pick him up with a left click, find your point, and then let go of the left button. You've got streets marked out in lines, or the circles are actually photographs or 3D locations like this. You can pan, zoom just like you can on the main map. Exit using the back arrow. Don't try doing it when you're too far out. It's a little bit hit and miss. You can find yourself dropping anywhere. So it's always best to zoom in, pick your spot. And like in the main map and the images, you can just say you look round, up, down. You can zoom in and out. Yeah, it's quite a useful little feature, this. The views can jump about a bit because not all of the footage is taken on the same day, so sometimes you might be moving along a street, for instance, and the view will entirely change. The vehicle that you thought was in front of you will disappear. So clicking on the arrows moves you to and fro. The further you click away, the more you move. But as you can see, sometimes it is a little bit jumpy. You jump from one side of the street to the other, sometimes up into the pavement, or sometimes if there's a road above you, you'll jump up on that. It can be a bit of a pain sometimes, but it is what it is. If there's an arrow pointing somewhere, pretty much you can go to it. So pavements, in some places the arrow can change direction depending on a different route, and sometimes you even get more than one arrow on the screen. But this will just show how much it can jump about. And the contrast in scenery as you travel. If you notice, it was dark one minute and nice and bright the next. Dark again. Now, a little tracker box is useful. You can zoom in and out on the plus and minus buttons, or you can use the wheel on the mouse. If you click on a location that's marked in blue, you can go to it. And this includes the little static locations as well. But again, sometimes they don't always work or don't take you where you think they're going to go. But the box can also be expanded up to like a third screen view. Place information is available in Street View, pretty much the same as it is in the maps. The only thing I would say is sometimes there's not so many places listed. Back arrow to exit to the main view. As you can see, you can get details like crossroads, traffic lights, but sometimes you just need a combination of Street View and Map View to get an idea of where you're going. I just thought I'd add in a couple of little extra features which are useful. If we hover over that, go to More, Cycling Route. These are designated cycle routes, apparently. How accurate that is, I don't know. Current traffic, this is relatively up to date as well. This is monitored, presumably, via Google Maps itself. If anybody's using Google Maps and they're standing still on a road, then it will flag it up. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I think that's the way it works. Wildfires, well, not really a thing in the UK. The train, especially in London, is a little bit limited. So, measure button. To click on it, click a point, and then you can just keep on clicking points. And it just keeps adding up with a distance. It lists it all in kilometres, but if you look in the little box in the centre of the screen, it also shows it in feet and miles as well, which is quite handy. X to exit. Hope this helps. See you soon.